Hey guys and gals, we are back with our second review of the Winter Classics by Samuel Adams. I was about to say Boston Lager, but that's one of their beers.
Yeah. Well, you kind of think Sam Adams, Boston Lager, they kind of go together, you know.
So.
But then they do all these other beers that they're
some
kind of
not
part
so
of these.
great, but this is actually a good collection.
Yeah. So, what you said, it's the Winter Classics. The next one we're doing, the one we're doing right now, is the Oatmeal Stout. Or, if you're Canadian, the Oatmeal Stout. It says it is a robust and smooth with a hearty flavor. 5.5 alcohol, 25 IBUs, which is interesting because this one is a stout.
Mm-hmm.
So we know it's going to be super malty.
Mm-hmm.
That one's 18 IBUs.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not bitter. It's definitely not a hoppy bitter.
He's pointing to
beer.
the one that we just reviewed, which is the
Amber Bock. But it's just, you don't think, I don't know we check out the IBUs, we look at them, but I'm not 100% sold on how you can how you can have a measurable unit that's universal that involves taste.
Right.
Because something would say, 25 IBUs is 7 more. What is this? What would that make this like? I don't know, 25% more bitter.
Sorry guys, I've been up since 4:30, and it is now, and I'm talking AM. It's now almost 8. So
yeah.
We kept the grand turkeys last night, and one is a baby, and it makes me paranoid to sleep apparently.
She's less than 2 months.
Yeah, so I don't sleep well when we have her because I'm afraid she's.
We've done this. We've got 3 grandkids, and we've gone through this 3 times.
Yeah.
They hit a certain age, and you pretty much then know that you're not going to have any kind of like sudden breathing issue or anything like that. You know this kid is hardy. He's or she or they're sticking around. They're tough. Now they're durable. You can put them to sleep through the night, and then you can go to sleep, and it's all good.
Yeah, she's still at the.
She's still at the age where you could be asleep, sort of. You're asleep, your eyes are closed, your consciousness is a little bit out, and then in the crib next to your bed, breathing slightly changes, and all of a sudden you're sitting up in bed.
And you're looking, you're feeling, making sure she's breathing, and it's okay.
Yeah.
So that was my night last night, is I was having trouble sleeping because I was worried that she'd stop breathing or she would roll over or just the crazy
She got
stuff.
the worst of it because half the night I was sleeping in the living room with the toddler.
Yeah, because he woke up when she did at 4:30. Well, the dog started howling at 4:30, bastards, which woke him up, scaring him. I went and got him.
Pop while you talk.
Okay, and then she woke up because she was ready to eat. And we still had one toddler that was out. He wasn't waking up. Finally, after he went to bed, it was after 1.
Yeah, he didn't want to go down, but he slept later than
we had one that didn't go to bed till after 1 o'clock. Then, did she wake? She woke up about that time to eat.
She did. Right after he went to sleep.
He went to sleep. She was ready to eat. So then, here at 1:30ish, feeding her, changing her diaper, and then get her to sleep. And then
that was really pretty much the sleep.
About 2ish, she was done eating and all that. So then we went to sleep for a little bit, and then at 4:28 a.m., these little shithead dogs in our living room that are crated start howling.
That's the 3-year-old crashed out on our couch.
Yeah, and we didn't bother him.
So we slept with our bedroom door open,
so we could see him.
Right. And
so that scared him. I went in and got him, brought him in here. At that point, he was wide awake. Then Blakeland woke up, and so we fed her, changed her diaper. And he went into the living room.
I took him to the living room to watch TV.
Yeah, so that he could hopefully eventually go to sleep, back to sleep, because he was wide awake.
And we went back to sleep maybe 5:30 or 6.
Yeah, and I never went back to sleep. So, I got maybe 2.5 hours sleep. Maybe.
I had some rough sleep from about 6 to 9.
When we have our grandbabies, we don't sleep very well because we worry about them. But with the baby, it's especially worrisome because there's so much, and we're not with her every night, and we're not used to and she makes a lot of noises. So we're not used to all her noises, and any slight variation, it's like, gotta check her. So, I mean, the other two, we still check and cover up and, all that stuff. I'm the world's worst. I'll reach up and I'll feel their belly and make sure they're breathing. So, but anyway, enough of grandkids. We love our grandies.
We hadn't mentioned yet, though, y'all are seeing our new setup.
Yeah.
It's almost December now, so it's pretty cold here in Tennessee, so we've moved our little beer tasting
Indoors.
chilling area inside. Brought our, it's hard to tell from the screen on our camera, but that's our skulls in the background. You might be able to tell. We brought them in from their porch rail, put some little lights around them, and so we've got our new.
We didn't realize that lights came in. Well, we knew lights came in different forms, but we didn't know they had names. So these are called fairy lights, and they're like a copper wire, and then they have these little bitty lights on them.
They're bright.
And they are bright. And this is only one strand. And
yeah, I can see on the screen from the camera,
I'm an
it's
Amazonaholic.
like a glow around the skulls. You almost can't see the skulls because the glow's so bright.
So I'm an Amazonaholic, so this is where we got those. I highly recommend getting some because these are great.
They're chilling. It's what we had zigzagged on our porch too. That was the same kind of lights that were in the background of the porch.
I took a sip.
It smells so good.
I am not a coffee drinker. I do not like coffee, but for some reason, now I know you are. He does not function without it. For some reason, I like coffee flavored beers. I don't know why, but this one has a coffee flavor to it. It's like a dark coffee.
Yeah, I like porters though.
Yeah, porters are good. And it's funny because the first beer I've had beers, and I never liked beer. And if you haven't heard the story, it's in one of our other videos. Josh was in a country band, and the lead singer was horrible. They were playing at a dock, and I didn't want like a wine cooler. And the only other thing they had was a beer, so I got a Yingling. And then I kind of just got hooked on them, and that's been 5-6 years now. 4, 5, 6.
Well, we had that thing pop up on Facebook that we played the Princess Theater 4 years ago.
So 6.
So it would have been the summer before that.
5 years. So
no, it was the same year. Like 4 and almost 4.5.
Okay. Well, anyway, so, and I like the dark beers.
Yeah.
Which is apparently odd, but I really
they're heavier. I mean, for somebody who's not a beer drinker, you're probably not like going in and drinking again as your first time and being like, this is delicious. It's baby steps. Beer drinkers, a lot of beer drinkers, you have like a Miller Lite, and then, you kind of
mature.
If your taste develops, and you taste something else that's a little stronger, a little beerier, and you go on and Yingling's darker, so you like a Yingling, and Sam Adams, and like the Boston Lager or something, but generally people aren't going straight into a porter. You definitely go the other direction to the hoppy side. You're definitely nobody's going to drink an IPA for their first beer and be like, this is wonderful.
I don't know how you have one and then want another. Like, I still don't understand.
Well, I used to wonder that about beer in general. Like they say, it's an acquired taste. And anytime people say something's an acquired taste, my first thought is, Well, how do you acquire it? Because if it's an acquired taste, generally that means the first time that you taste it, you don't like it. So why do you taste it again?
I do. I do taste the hoppy IPAs for video's sake and him, because he finds it hilarious.
It makes for good videos, I think.
But
I'm surprised that we don't get more views on those.
Would never, ever, ever, ever be like, I'm craving an IPA today. You will never, ever, ever hear me say that. Ever.
I like IPAs. But I like across the spectrum. I mean, I like malty beers too.
Malty might be my favorite. But these are good winter beers because they're heavy and they're dark and
right.
I don't know. I just think warm. Although they're cold, clearly they're beer. But it just, I don't know. There's something about it that makes me think warm.
Well, they're filling.
So
it's almost like a comfort food.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I would drink. I couldn't do a 12-pack at once. We split a 12-pack, so it's not like I'm drinking 12 myself. But I would buy, a 12-pack of these and have more than one.
Well, we got those. I think they may be a future review, but like we got that Howland. We got those 6-packs and.
Yeah.
Last week we were mixing. We got a 6-pack of German Pilsners.
I do like. We're both German. I do like German beers.
And
every time I like a freaking beer, they stop making it.
We're not German. We have mixed ancestry.
Yeah. Part of our ancestry is German.
Yes. But we also like in our Irish heritage is where we enjoy our dark beers.
Yeah. I'm Irish, French, German, and Hungarian.
And red beers. But we were kind of mixing. We were sort of flip-flopping between our German and our Irish heritage beer-wise. We were drinking our German Pilsners.
Mm-hmm. Which are really good.
Which is a beer that we have a bottle over there, but I could not pronounce it. Something Steiner. I don't know. We'll.
I'll go get it.
Okay, well, okay. And then Highland, which we're in Tennessee, but we're only a couple hours. Warsteiner. Okay. We're only a couple hours from Asheville, North Carolina. We're in East Tennessee, but we're like very far East Tennessee, almost in North Carolina. Warsteiner. It's friggin' delicious.
Yes, it is. So that's our German side.
It's like a light beer, like you get the lighter American beers. This one's light like those, but it tastes like a beer.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like water. When you drink it, it's that light and refreshing taste, but it tastes like a beer. And then we were flip-flopping and we were alternating it between the Highland porters.
Mm-hmm. Which were good.
Which are delicious, but yes. So we were kind of alternating between our Irish and German heritage, but we're getting way off the rails on this one.
We are.
But
if you watch this, you know that's not uncommon.
Super dark. Very roasted coffee.
Yeah, it's like a really dark flavor. They're going to start howling. They're whimpering. We'll go ahead and apologize if our dogs start howling, because they will, for no reason. We leave, they howl.
Middle
of the night, they howl.
You think? I mean, we live in Siren City, so you would think that.
We live in Oak Ridge. We have these sirens. Is it a particular Wednesday of the month, or is it every Wednesday? Either way,
it's Wednesday at noon, and I could have told you back when I worked in the city, but I don't.
We have these sirens that go off, and they're all through the city. And if you've ever seen the movie Silent Hill, it's like that.
Well, first off, you gotta know, if you don't, Oak Ridge was built by the government the city was entirely populated by government workers, it was closed and gated off. So people
didn't know it existed
into the city would have to go through armed gates.
Mm-hmm.
The gates are still here.
Mm-hmm. There's manned.
There are no armed guards or anything. There's nothing blocking the road. Well, it depends on which road you go down.
Yeah, it does depend. Because if you're going towards the plants, you're not getting in.
You go down like Bethel Valley or something.
Yeah, you are not getting in.
Armed guards. But anyway, the whole city was, until 1950 when it was opened up, was blocked off. The only people who lived here worked for the plants on the Manhattan Project and stuff like that.
First atomic bomb.
Mm-hmm.
It was built in Oak Ridge.
So, because of that, and because of the issues in World War II, all around you can see them they look like an electric, like a wooden pole, like an electric light pole. These huge speakers. Stacks.
Yeah.
Of speakers. And yeah, it sounds like, if you've seen Silent Hill, it is just
because it's like
it's an air raid siren. Is basically what it sounds like.
And my understanding,
which is what it is. It's an air raid siren, but they test it, and I think it is once a month on Wednesday at noon.
But I think, if I am correct, if there was an issue, they would give instructions on what to do.
Yeah. And it would go off whatever.
Because, I mean, it's not a secret anymore, because...
But really what it is, it's a remnant from World War II. It's a 70-year-old
but there are still things that are built here.
Yeah.
And there's a reason they still have them. So, it's kind of a little bit of a scary thing to know that it's like, okay. But, so it's a little bit of history.
Well, I'm sure if there wasn't some sort of thought to actually at some point need them, then 70 years plus after World War II was over, they wouldn't still be testing them.
Well, maybe they're just keeping up. They knew who president was going to be and getting ready for World War III.
Yeah, maybe. We might gate our city off again.
Maybe. But, anywho. This is a good beer. So you got a little bit of history today. Got to hear about our grandbabies, and but this is a good beer. It's a dark beer. It is a rich beer.
Yeah.
It's
got a roasted coffee
dark
taste.
Coffee taste. And like I said, I don't like coffee. It's weird. I don't like coffee drinks. I don't like the iced coffee. I don't like coffee in the little bottle you can buy. I don't like hot coffee. But I love the coffee flavored beers.
Well, here's the thing.
Or the coffees that taste, or the beers that taste like coffee.
Yeah, here's the thing too. Like, it's a bitter flavor.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a bite to it. Yeah.
It's not a hoppy bitterness.
No, because you know.
So it's kind of funny. Like, on a beer scale, this is over here. Hoppy beers are over here, like IPAs, but the hoppy flavor creates this bitterness.
But it's not hoppy taste.
But this is also a bitterness, yeah, but it's not the hoppy bitterness.
Right.
It's like a coffee bitterness.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's good though. So, I mean, I taste 0 hops in it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you compared it to.
So if the hops is what gives it the extra little bitter bite.
I don't know if that's what it is in here.
But I don't taste hops at all.
Now, I read a little bit of a thing on like the difference between stouts and porters. This one's a porter.
No, it's a stout.
Oh, it's an oatmeal stout. Okay. And a lot of what I read said some of it is interchangeable. It's just nominal. Some people call them stouts, some people call them porters. Something going back to the 1800s where, kind of what's referring.
It's kind of like a north-south thing where down here everything's a Coke and up north it's a soda or a pop.
Yeah.
It's like that maybe.
I wish I'd read it more recently and I'd have a better memory of it. But, because both of them tend to have a coffee kind of flavor. Some of them have the chocolate flavors. But this is a stout makes it, I guess, more of a direct comparison. More of a beer aficionado might be able to give a better, reasoning. But, like Guinness is a stout.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I would say, if
it's been a while since I've had a Guinness.
Guinness
it seems like it might be thicker.
Guinness, I think, is thicker, and I also think it's smoother.
Because
and
this
I don't
isn't,
mean that
this
when
isn't
I say
like a thick beer, like a rich beer.
When I say smoother, I don't even necessarily mean it as a compliment or derogatory towards this beer. A Guinness is thicker. I do think it's smoother because that bite that you get on this one, you don't really get that with the Guinness. But the bite's not bad.
No.
It's really a matter of opinion on that.
Yeah, this is a good beer.
Because nobody's going to go, Guinness is a shit beer.
No.
But it is smoother, and if you like stouts and you like a smoother stout, you're probably going to like a Guinness a little better. Oh, hey. But if you like stouts and you like that little bite, then you might actually like this better than the Guinness.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a matter of
I don't know how you have beers that are thick. Like they're just thick.
Yeah. Well, like Guinness, I told you my mom's comment that she doesn't care for Guinness because she doesn't want a beer that she needs to eat with a fork.
And then you have thin beers. That's how I think of them because they're not, not like, it's not watery flavored, but it's...
Well, like that shake beer, it's like almost textured like...
So good. Kroger, you need to bring them back.
It's a little Irish car bomb-ish in its texture.
Which are delicious.
But the texture of it is kind of like... Because when you put it into the... Because Guinnesses aren't... Well, you get the head on it, but when the head kind of fizzles out, it's not really foamy. It's got a head, but it's not foamy. I'll say that. But when you drop it in for the Irish car bomb, the whole thing becomes kind of foamy, like a frothiness.
Yeah, and you gotta hurry.
But those shake beers are kind of frothy in that way.
Yeah, oh my God, the shake beers are so good.
Well, you say they taste just like a Tootsie Roll.
They do. I think of a Tootsie Roll every time I have one.
And I get that flavor, but they're frothy like an Irish car bomb.
We need to get that wine that country singer had that one time. The chocolate one. Was it a wine? He brought it to Shiloh's. And it tasted really like a Tootsie Roll. You don't remember it? God, I don't remember what it was.
Oh, that cake vodka?
No.
Was it that?
No. Actually, I think we bought some. I think we have an empty bottle. I need to find it. It might be packed in storage. Get some more of that and review it because it was good.
I know. Are we talking about the country singer that we referenced earlier?
Yeah.
I know he brought this. It was called like chocolate cake or something, and it was one of those flavored vodkas.
I'm pretty sure this was not vodka. Vodka gives me a headache, and I don't like to drink.
He brought it to. You know that bar out on Alcoa where they filmed that one of those. What's the murder channel?
ID channel?
Yeah, ID channel filmed one of their things at this bar out on Alcoa Highway.
No, he brought this to Shiloh's.
Okay, well, no, but I'm saying...
Which Shiloh's doesn't exist anymore, so...
And remember, I played there one week with this band, and then I played with Tuckasee the next week. Same bar.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
You didn't go to either.
No, but the one that I'm talking about, I went to because he gave me a drink of the stuff.
I know, but I'm telling you, he brought this chocolate cake vodka, and it did. I mean, it tasted just like chocolate cake. It didn't taste like vodka or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna Google chocolate wine real quick.
But I mean, I don't drink vodka either. But when I was playing with his band, I got hammered. And if chocolate vodka was what was available to get hammered on.
Well, in order to listen to that shit, you have to get hammered.
I played hammered a lot.
Okay, Josh is a great musician. I tell him all the time he was born to be a musician. So you really need to check out some of the videos that he has regarding guitars, although he needs to do a little bit more of the jam sessions, which he has talked about doing. And he is so good that he can adjust to anything he's playing, whether he likes it or not. And Duke can play by ear. Which is, I mean, I've heard him like learn songs just by listening to them, which is crazy. Chocolate wine.
I'm not advocating musicians to play completely hammered.
Well, sometimes you got to get through it.
But I played some music that I really hated just for the gigs. And I played completely hammered a lot for a while. And I haven't played completely hammered in a while.
No. Huh. You can make your... Ooh. Here's a DIY chocolate liqueur recipe. I may have to do that. This one's going to be a long video. Sorry, guys.
I don't think gonna be.
We got
on a half an hour.
Whole lot of tangents. And we talked about before this on narrowing it down.
We're trying. For you, it's that you're a talker. For me, it's that these videos are sort of like us talking. And I talk to you.
Yeah. Nobody believes it. Honest to God, Josh is an introvert. And I'm the talker. I know it's a shocker to you guys that I'm a talker. But I'm like, Josh talks to me all the time, and they're like, I'm like, no, really, we talk all day at work. We text each other. We talk on our way home from work. We talk at home. So, I don't know. We kind of love each other and stuff. Just a little bit. He's my favoritist.
We've almost finished up our 14th year.
I know. We're almost on the downward slope to the number 15. And January 3rd will be our 14th anniversary. It's kind of funny, people say, it seems like we've been together forever. But it feels like, it's like, wow, we're already 14 years, but then it's like, we've never never been apart.
I think the best thing is when it's like both.
Yeah. Because, it's like...
It's like it's new because it still feels interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And it also feels like it's been forever because it feels so comfortable.
Right.
If it only feels like forever and it's too comfortable, then people stop trying.
Right.
And if it only ever feels like it's new, then you don't ever feel at home.
Josh has seen the good, the bad, the ugly.
So, when you have both, then it always keeps your interest and yet it always feels comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But we've crossed 30 minutes. So it's probably
Okay.
got time to round this thing.
Sorry, guys. But
finish yours off, and this is one of my favorites out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The dark. She mentioned that we'd had this one before, and honestly, in this collection,
there's one I like a little better.
In this collection, the dark.
What?
How come you couldn't hear what I was saying?
I don't know.
In the winter collection, the darker the better.
Yes.
The darker beers are fabulous.
Yes.
The other beers that are slightly less dark are interesting, and then the lightest beers are least favorite, which is still good.
If you have bared with us this long, 1, thank you. But 2, we keep mentioning that we have done this, we have drank these before. We actually did videos on this before, but we got a little bit hammered.
We were, well, and it's not that we're not today, and especially her, we were exhausted.
Yeah. So
and we had drank
prior to
yeah,
to doing the videos, and then we did videos.
I think that was it. I think we finished with 9 or 10 beers apiece that day.
Oh yeah. So I promise we're not alcoholics because we do not drink every day. But again, if you have lasted
exactly
this
what
long,
an alcoholic would say.
well, the first step to being is admitting you have a problem. But we were tired. We had had beers throughout the day, and then we did this, and we got super hammered. we were feeling it, and so those have never made it. So apologize on the length of these, but
we didn't finish.
You know,
the last beer, which is our last beer scheduled for tonight.
I know. It seems to be the bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad
good beer.
It's like my favorite out
But
of
we
this.
didn't finish that one that night. Mm-mm. And then we were like, I don't remember the last couple of videos.
Yeah, so we were like, maybe we need to redo these. And now here's the second video, and we're over 30 minutes. Josh says I can't read the numbers.
Yeah, 32
So,
minutes.
We're sorry. We just get on these little kicks and we can't stop.
But anyway.
But we're cute. At least that's what I always say.
We got another one coming.
Yep, and we will. I won't promise. We will try to keep it shorter. I said try. I didn't make any promises. I was not going to lie to anybody.
I think
this one, I think we might have gotten a lot of it out.
Yeah, and our first one was shorter.
It was shorter.
So, yeah, it was okay. It was kind of in the realm, I think, where we want to be, 5-6 minutes or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was. We got in and out on that one. But sometimes they go that way. So anyway, we'll catch you again here in a minute with